Hey everyone, this is Slyman. In today's video, I'm going to be comparing the Celestron NexImage 5 with the NexImage 10. See, obviously the differences in them, primarily what 5 megapixels does. So this is obviously a 10 megapixel camera and this is a 5. Just how much difference does a 5 megapixel camera make? Now, the NexImage 10 does have some other things going for it, which might make it a little better, so I'm not sure how fair of a fight this is, but we're going to compare them anyway and see how the NexImage 5 compares to the 10. So I'm going to compare these two cameras using a microscope. Now something you probably didn't know about me is I have my bachelor's degree in biology and I love looking at botanical and biological specimens under the microscope. But I think it's a really great way to compare these two cameras because when you're imaging planets, you're usually not using the full resolution of your camera because you don't want to just capture black space and increase your file size. So you're usually looking at a region of interest, which makes things small. By using a microscope, we can look at the full field of view of each camera and really see the difference that the extra 5 megapixels makes on the NexImage 10. To do that, we're just going to use, we're going to use this. This is a Yertilia stem cross-section. It just comes from a standard Celestron slide set, but it's actually a pretty good sample. So this is what we'll use to compare the two cameras initially. Now I know this video probably wouldn't be complete without looking at some sort of planet, so I will compare a planet as well, just for the sake of astronomy. So let's get started. In case you're wondering what this eyepiece looking thing is sticking out of the ocular, this is a 0.5x focal reducer with C threads. And I use this with the NexImage primarily because the NexImage 5 and NexImage 10 give pretty narrow field of views for the most part. And so this really helps broaden that field of view so when I'm looking at a specimen I can get a lot more of it in my image. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the NexImage 5.
Alright, so there is the Yertilia stem cross section. Let's crank this all the way in here and adjust the gain up. Move the focus a little bit. There we go. Alright, so this is a look at the NexImage 5. You can see some nice pith in there, xylem and phloem, if you know your botany. I'll hit OK. Looks pretty good. And so I'm actually not going to film, I'm just going to take snapshots of each of these and compare them against each other. Okay, so let's look at the NexImage 5 picture that we captured here and then the one from the NexImage 10. Now what I really like about the NexImage 5 is since it has a narrower field of view, the edges actually are affected less by vignetting than the NexImage 10 is. Now that's strictly because I use a focal reducer. It's not a property of the camera itself. But overall the detail is pretty good. You pick up the xylem pretty well. And that's really where I want to focus. And you can really see the difference between the two cameras. So if I go over to the NexImage 10, like I said, you'll notice the edges are affected by vignetting, and you can actually fix this by taking two separate pictures. You can focus this edge, and the middle will be a bit blurry, and then focus the middle and get that in focus, and then create a mask and get the whole thing in focus. But if you look at the xylem here, I'm going to zoom in here, you can see these are pretty well resolved in here. Really good, walls and just colors good, pretty resolved detail. Now, looking at the same region, if you go to the NexImage 5, the orientation of the cameras is different. I think that's up here. It's not as well resolved. A lot more blurry. I tried to focus as best as I can to eliminate that variable, so I don't think this is due to focus. This should just be a difference in the megapixels in the camera. So the resolution on the NexImage 10 is better when you get down to those those fine details, you start to see things a little bit better. But overall, I'm impressed with both cameras. They both do a really good job, and depending on what you're shooting for, you can switch between them. The thing I really like about the NexImage 10 though is because it has that higher resolution. If you want to print out your microscope shots or your planetary shots, you can do so at larger sizes, which is pretty neat. So if you want to put some stuff on the wall, the NexImage 10 with that higher resolution helps you do that a little bit better than the NexImage 5 does. But either way, they both take great shots. Beautiful Utilia stem here. And we will go look at a planet now. So I know I said I would be comparing the NexImage 5 and NexImage 10 on a planet, but I actually decided to do this on the moon so that I can, fill in more of the field of view on the screen. That way you can see the edges a little bit better. So what you're looking at here, this is a full resolution image from the NexImage 10 of the moon. I was originally planning on, doing a stack of like 200 frames or so, but at full resolution, that would be like 8 gigabytes. So that would take forever to process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually compare them side by side simultaneously and let you see the difference that way. So I am going to go ahead and do that right now. We'll bring that up. So the first thing that you'll notice when comparing the two is the NexImage 5, the field of view is a little bit narrower, and that's because it's a 5 megapixel camera. The sensor is not as large as the NexImage 10, so you get a more magnified view, I guess you could say. Obviously, the brightness and the contrast is kind of something that is set in the camera, so these are a little bit different because I just couldn't get them to be exactly the same, but you can see the differences in the resolution pretty good. It looks like my focus is a little bit better on the NexImage 5, and so this is precisely why I didn't want to compare on the planets, because there's so many variables that go into it, and so it's a lot easier to compare using a microscope where you don't have the atmosphere to deal with, you don't have the object moving. You can really set things up how you want. So that's why I thought it was better to do the comparison using the microscope. But yeah, I thought it was just fun to kind of compare the two, and you can really see the difference in the field of view between the two cameras. So obviously the NexImage 10 has 5 more megapixels, so with good focusing, it obviously is going to outperform the NexImage 5. But they are both great cameras from what you can see here.
So just to summarize, NexImage 10, awesome camera. NexImage 5, awesome camera. The NexImage 10 does a really great job at planetary imaging. Using USB 3, if your computer has a USB 3 port, you can take some really good shots of Jupiter. Jupiter rotates once in about 10 hours, so you have to be pretty quick. And so the more frames that you can gather in the lowest amount of time, NexImage 10 does awesome. NexImage 5 for me should be in the Astro Camera Hall of Fame though. This camera over the years has never failed me. It's just been an awesome camera. So they both are really great in their different ways. Obviously, if you're looking at either camera, look at your budget and look to see what you want to do with them. Me personally, I do a decent amount of planetary imaging, but I also do a ton of microscopy, and that's what I primarily use my NexImage for, and they work really well for that. So that's just a comparison between the two.